Hi, my name's Steve Woodmore, and let me tell you a little bit about myself and my rather eclectic channel and why it's here. But first of all, we've got to go back to 2013. Back in December 2013, I was diagnosed, sadly, with an incurable cancer. In 2014, I had radiotherapy on my neck here to get rid of a rather large tumour. Unfortunately, during the course of that radiotherapy, the saliva glands on this side of my mouth were also destroyed. This has left me with a permanently dry mouth. This causes me a couple of problems. First of all, it affects my voice and the way I speak, and secondly, it means that I don't produce enough saliva to neutralise the acids from food in my mouth, which means my teeth are rotting away at a rather extraordinary rate. Anyway, if you've noticed, I just swallowed just then. I'll come back onto that in a minute. My cancer is a blood cancer. It's follicular lymphoma. It's a blood cancer and it is incurable, but it is treatable. Now, from the time that I had the radiotherapy, I was fine right up until about May 2018. I was on holiday in Spain and I suddenly started to get very ill very quickly. We finished the holiday and we came back to the UK. I saw my haematologist, and she immediately put me on chemotherapy, a rather intensive course of chemotherapy, because after seeing the results for PET scan, my cancer had hit with a vengeance. So I spent the rest of 2018 having chemotherapy. Finally, in December 2018, I got the all clear and I was back in remission again. However, I had a very weak immunocompromised immune system. Early January 2019, I caught what I thought was ordinary common or garden flu. No, I'm never that lucky. I can't catch ordinary flu. What I actually caught was something called Haemophilus influenza type B, which is really unlucky because in 2018 there were only 10 cases of HIB, not HIV, HIB, Haemophilus influenza type B. The reason there's so few cases is because since 1992 in the UK we've regularly immunised babies against this, but unlucky me, with my immunocompromised weakened immunity system, I caught it and I couldn't fight it off and it hospitalised me. Unfortunately, I did eventually manage to get over it, but then I got pneumonia again. My weakened immune system couldn't fight it off. The pneumonia led to double pneumonia. This led to me being in and out of hospital throughout most of 2019. Come September 2019, I got some more bad news. The HIB and the pneumonia had done so much damage to my lungs that I was left with a disease that was incurable called bronchiectasis. Oh, lucky me, yeah, my second incurable disease. The full name of the disease is non-cystic fibrosis bronchiectasis. What that means is that basically the airways in my lungs have become widened and scarred, and I produce too much phlegm in my lungs now, and I have to constantly bring it up. And I have to keep coughing and swallowing, and the cilia in my lungs, the process is called the cilia elevator. Because I'm constantly producing too much phlegm, the cilia elevator brings all the phlegm up as far as my vocal cords, and it sits on my vocal cords, which is why my voice sounds like it is now. Now this is it, this is my voice, this is how I am. It's never going to go away, it's never going to get better. Eventually it's going to get worse. Right, my channel. It's very eclectic because I forget how long I've had this channel for, years, and I had some plans with it in the early days, and they didn't come to fruition because things like life got in the way, as it does, you know, as it does. So I've just used it for sticking things up for other projects that I'm doing, and I can just quickly link to them on YouTube to say hosting them. So it's very eclectic on what's on the channel so far. Now, how am I going forward? This is how I'm going forward. Back in March 2020, when the COVID pandemic hit, I was working. However, with two incurable conditions, bronchiectasis and a blood cancer, either of them on their own are very dangerous if I catch COVID, but the combination of the two meant it would be too dangerous for me to carry on out in public. So I decided to take early retirement. Retirement was great for 5 months. Absolutely great, I loved it. And then I realised, hang on a minute, I am absolutely bored stiff. I am bored stiff, really bored. And I was getting more and more bored, and all I spent my time doing was watching Netflix, watching Amazon, or playing computer games. I didn't really have anything else to do. And this went all through until about September 2021, when I had a rather large bronchiectasis exasperation, and I was hospitalised again. And I came out of hospital and I realised that I needed to do something to stop myself from being as bored as I was. So I started looking around and I thought, what can I do? And then I realised about 30 years ago, I used to like making plastic model kits by Tamiya and Airfix, you know, things like that, like Revel. And that's where I'm going from here. So what I'm going to do is from now on, I'm going to dedicate this channel to two things. The making of the model kits, and I started with some all metal kits, but I will be moving on to the plastic kits and how I build them. I don't claim that I'm any good at it, but this is what it's all about. And secondly, in making the videos for these, I don't know what you would call them, how-tos, tutorials. In making the videos for these how-tos and tutorials, I've had to go send myself on a crash course of Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects. Oh my god, if you've never used Adobe After Effects before and you have no background in editing like I don't, it is the most complicated program in the world. It sent my head spinning. An Adobe Audition, which is the audio program, but I've had to immerse myself in Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects and Adobe Audition, and it has been a massive learning process. So I figured that if I've struggled to learn it, but maybe I can help other people as well. So what I'm going to do is going forward, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to do my modelling how-to videos, and I'm going to do tutorials on Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere and Adobe Audition, but not major ones, just little 1 or 2 minute ones on certain things. Like, one of the biggest difficulties I had at first with Adobe After Effects is I never knew how to trim the timeline, and it took me ages to work it out. And I figured that if I put a video up showing how quickly to trim the timeline, that might help somebody else out. Those are my plans. That's where I'm going from this point forward. So hopefully you'll enjoy it and come along with me. And please, all I can ask is that this is my life now. All I can do is, I mean, I've been for 21 months now. I've been a prisoner in my own home technically, because I've had to keep away from people because of my health conditions. I've not seen my entire family. I've got 4 kids and 11 grandchildren. I haven't seen them all together for over 18 months now. I very rarely go out apart from trips to hospital. So this is my life, and so I would like you to support me. I've never asked for charity. What I'm asking is support me by subscribing and watching my videos. That would help me no end. So please hit that subscribe button, like that bell, and hopefully I'll be able to release at least a video a week. So see you later.